Ramen noodles egg recipes. Check out these 4 recipes. Number 1. Spicy miso ramen recipe. Ingredients: 6 ounces of fresh ramen noodles, 4 cups of water, 4 tablespoons of white miso paste, 3 to 4 teaspoons of SNB, Layu or chili oil, half a teaspoon of hondashi, 2 hard-boiled eggs, half a can of corn kernels, 15-ounce can, 1 Narutomaki Japanese fish cake with the pink swirl, 1 stalk of scallion, finely chopped, 1 tablespoon of white sesame seeds, pound with mortar and pestle until fine, light soy sauce to taste, optional, some seasoned roasted seaweed cut into thin strips. Directions: bring the water to a boil and then add the hondashi, eggs, and finely ground sesame seeds. Bring the soup base to a boil and reduce to 3.5 cups. Add in the miso paste. Stir with a ladle of chopsticks until well dissolved. Add in the chili oil and light soy sauce to taste. Optional. Blanch the ramen noodles in a pot of boiling water until they are cooked. Rinse with cold running water, drain and set aside. In a serving bowl, add the noodles and then topped with the hard-boiled egg sliced into half, narutomaki, corn kernels, and chopped scallion. Pour the miso soup into the bowl and add the roasted seaweed. Serve immediately. Number 2. Kimchi ramen recipe. Serving: 2 people. Prep time: 5 minutes. Cook time: 10 minutes. Total time: 15 minutes. Ingredients: 2 large eggs, water, 4 cups of chicken broth, 2 packs of instant ramen, 1 cup of kimchi with juice sliced, 2 tablespoons of Korean hot pepper paste, gochujang, 1 teaspoon of Korean chili powder, gochugaru, 4 ounces of mushrooms, white button mushroom, buna shimeji or shiitake, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, salt to taste, 2 tablespoons of chopped scallion. Directions: bring a pot of water to boil and then lower to a bubbling simmer. Poach the eggs by dropping each egg gently in the water and cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Make sure the water covers the eggs. Remove the eggs with a strainer and set aside. Heat the same pot and add the chicken broth. Bring it to a boil. Add the kimchi, pepper paste, chili powder, and ramen. When the ramen is about half done, add the mushrooms and sesame oil. Add salt to taste. Transfer the noodles to 2 bowls and top with a poached egg and scallions. Serve immediately. Number 3. Char siu ramen recipe. Servings: 2 people. Prep time: 10 minutes. Cook time: 40 minutes, for a total time of 50 minutes. Ingredients: 1 clove of garlic minced, 6 ounces of pork belly, 2 packets of Nissin Rao Umami Tonkotsu Ramen, 4 cups of water, 1 ramen egg cut into halves, 1 tablespoon of chopped scallion, 1 tablespoon of pickled ginger, benishoga, optional. Char siu sauce: 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce, 1 teaspoon of hoisin sauce, 1/8 of a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder, and 3 dashes of white pepper. Directions: preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Mix all the ingredients in the char siu sauce together, stir to combine well. Add the garlic and the char siu sauce to the pork belly. Stir to coat well. Transfer it into a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Roast for a total of 30 minutes, turning the pork belly over at 15 minutes interval. Remove from the oven and slice into pieces. Set aside. To make the ramen, boil the 2 cups of water in a pot. Add the noodles and cook for 4 minutes or until al dente. Meanwhile, empty the flavor pouches of Nissin Rao Tonkotsu ramen in a serving bowl. Remove the noodles from heat and pour the water into the bowl first and mix the seasonings well with a pair of chopsticks. Add the noodles into the bowl and mix again. Add the char siu, ramen, egg, scallion, and beni shogun. Repeat the same for the second serving. Notes: you can broil both sides of the pork belly for 1 minute if you want the char siu slightly burned and charred. Number 4. Blackened leeks with asparagus and boiled eggs. 4 servings. Ingredients: 4 large eggs, 4 medium leeks, white and pale green parts only, halved lengthwise, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 bunch of asparagus, trimmed, kosher salt, freshly ground pepper, 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of whole grain mustard, flaky sea salt. Directions: gently lower the eggs into a medium pot of boiling water. Cook for 6 minutes. Transfer the eggs to a bowl of ice water and let cool down. Heat a dry, large cast iron skillet over medium-high until smoking hot. Cook the leeks, cut side down, pressing to ensure contact with the skillet until blackened for about 5 minutes. Reduce the heat to medium. Add butter and rotate skillet to evenly coat leeks. Transfer leeks to a platter with a slotted spoon. Add asparagus to skillet, season with kosher salt and pepper, and cook, tossing occasionally until bright green and crisp tender, about 4 minutes. Remove from heat, add lemon juice and mustard, and toss asparagus to coat. Transfer to platter with leeks and spoon sauce over. Peel eggs, half and place on top of vegetables. Top with sea salt. Optional, add ramen noodles.